Hello! New moon, it's right here. It's coming up. I'm going to give you dates. I'm going to give you where it is, and we're going to do a reading for it because moon magic is the best. The new moon will be on June 18th. The summer solstice, winter solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere, will be June 21st. And Cancer season starts on June 22nd. Make sure I have my dates right. Numbers are not my main gig. The new moon will be in Gemini to round that out, and then we'll be moving into Cancer a few days later. So this is going to be a combination moon cycle and Cancer season collective reading. What do we need to know for the next moon cycle and this Cancer season and the solstice? What do we need to know? Okay. Makes sense. With the air sign. Can I please get 2 more cards? What do we need to know? Dang, every reading you're here just screaming at me. Makes sense though, the being a new moon cycle situation. I'll tell you who we got in a sec. One more for what we need to know during Cancer season and this moon cycle coming up. Oh, that's nice. Okay, here's who we have. We have the 2 of Swords. I will put a photo up in just a minute. The 4 of Swords, the Moon, always, and the 6 of Coins, who's a nice little hello there. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna show you a photo of this right here up on the screen so that you can see all of our friends here. Let's just see what we get from our friends here. 2 of Swords is saying that there's going to be some decision making, which is great with the new moon. It's a great time to start a manifestation. I like to do a manifesting the new moon, and I do it for the full cycle. So new moon to full moon, back to new moon, and then I'll do something new, kind of manifest something else. Whatever, you do you, okay? So this is going to be a time to maybe decide on some things, decide on some goals, decide on the things you want, decide on the things that you don't want. So I feel like Gemini is a really good time for that. And we're winding down our Gemini season. So this is going to be a time to be like, okay, Gemini season taught me this. Here's what I want to do moving forward. And it could be between more than one thing. You may need to decide between something or something else. Or it could just mean you need to make a decision. It's time to choose. Choose a thing. That's where I'm at with that. That's what I'm getting with that. 4 of Swords coming in here, kind of saying, and this has been a reoccurring theme for me, paying attention to those patterns and the things that keep kind of showing up are things to not be ignored, okay? And this is a message. I haven't even given it to you yet. Get it together. Okay, this is going to have an energy of stepping back and allowing things to happen. I don't mean become a victim. I don't mean don't do anything and just wait for your life to happen. I mean work towards your goals and things, but also allow the universe, source energy, creator, your guides, God, whomever it is, wherever you land on that, allow that to play a part. Allow that to take an active role in your goals and your destiny and what you're manifesting and all these things. So don't hyper focus so much that you are missing where the universe is trying to give you a helping hand, because it's always trying to give us a helping hand. And the more in tune we are to that, and the more in line we are with our path, our destiny, our meant to be-ness, all that stuff, and keeping ourselves good and all that stuff, the more we are in line with that, the more you will recognize that the universe is playing a helping hand. So make your decision, but then don't zone in on it so much so that you miss everything else, including where the universe is trying to help you. The thing that is meant for you will not pass you by. So maybe stop getting in its way. Okay, maybe stop. I hope that's making sense. We don't do things alone. We have our team of guides helping us. We have all the energies and spirits around us helping us. We have our own physical family and friends and support systems helping us. And sometimes we kind of think we have to do these big life things on our own, that we have to set ourselves up all alone, and we don't. That's not life. Life is this collaboration of all of us, okay? So please allow the collaboration in your life from your support system and from the universe, who's saying, hey, I'm trying to help you, but you're kind of sabotaging yourself. And I think that was a theme brought up in one of my last pick a card readings too, and I've had that message come to me for myself a few times, which means I'm not listening, so I'll try. All right, next up we have the moon. And that's funny because this has been coming up a lot lately in our readings. Like the last 4 readings I've done or something, we've had the moon come up, which we're talking about, of course, a moon phase and a moon cycle. So that's not that surprising. But in this case, I'm really feeling like we may have some mysteries popping up, or we may have some mysteries being solved, some enlightenment, not necessarily mysteries being solved, some enlightenment. And so meaning that either the moon, the unknowingness of the moon card is saying that one of two things for us. It's saying unknown things are coming. Okay, things that are going to be question marks for you are going to be presenting themselves, or the question marks you have now will start declining, and you're going to start maybe getting some answers or some clues or some enlightenments. I'm getting the word enlightenments. So it could go one of those ways. It's a collective reading, so kind of take what connects and leave the rest, and just be aware of unknown things. So there's going to be we're making decisions, we're allowing the universe to do its things so that we can move forward, and so we can achieve what we want to achieve, but it's not going to just all lay out for us. Okay, a lot of times when we get answers and when we make decisions, it comes with more questions. It's like a Dan Brown novel, okay? Like every time I read that guy, it's like every time I feel like I get the answer to something, 3 more questions pop up. Every answer. You know, it's like a bingeable Netflix show. Every answer leads to more questions, and that's why you keep watching, but that's why we keep living, is because of all the questions. So just make sure that you are aware that when you have made these decisions and when you see things start to happen, it's not all going to just lay out perfectly. It's still going to come with new question marks. And you know, so we're going to get answers, but those answers are going to bring more questions. So just be ready for that. Don't be disappointed by that. That's moving the needle. It's progression in life. That's great. We want these things. Okay, it's not like, oh, I'm never going to be satisfied. You're not going to be satisfied. We're just not. That's not the point of what we're doing here in our meat suits, okay? Like, we're here to find the questions and the curiosities and to learn the things. And every time you learn things, any smart person will tell you that you never stop learning, okay? And that's kind of what this message is it's that yeah, we're going to make some decisions and move some things. It's going to be great, but like, it's not going to come with the satisfaction you expect. It's still going to be satisfying, but it's not going to necessarily be all the answers. It's going to breed more questions, and that's just how it is. And it is definitely going to be a time to be compassionate about that. 6 of Coins here saying, hello, charity and compassion. Be generous, don't be so stingy, which is great going into Cancer season, I think, because not that Gemini is stingy in any means. No, like all the Geminis in my life are incredibly generous people. Incredibly generous and beautiful people. So much. Anyway, so definitely bring some of that energy into the following moon cycle in Cancer season, and it will be returned. So it's 2 things I want to say about that. One is that please don't give generously in order to, because you're expecting generosity in return, because you're expecting, this is not a transactional situation. Okay, this isn't you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. This is, I want to help you. And that's where that's it. No expectations with that. Okay, so this is a give and serve without expectation. That this is a time and an opportunity for that kind of moment. So that's the first thing I want to say about it. The second thing I want to say about it, I can't remember, which happens to me. I'm waiting. They'll give it back. Can you give it back? Compassion. This could be a time of accepting help. And I think that's kind of in play with the Four of Swords here, that's saying, you know, we need to take a step back, because what is meant for us will not pass us by. So we don't need to sabotage it. It will happen for us. We need to do the things we need to do, but we also need to allow the forces and the sources and the spirits and the friends to help out. And I think that that's part of what this is saying, is that there's going to be a moment, some moments where we'll need to accept that help. My toilet agrees. Accept the help, okay? Accept the help. That's going to be a really big overall message. I've got that twice in here, especially with the unknowingness that we have coming and the decisions we need to be making. Accept the help. Accept the help. We have a macerating toilet because this is a basement and the sewer line is above the toilet, which means you have to have a special toilet who sometimes likes to chime in when you give a psychic reading. We love the toilet. Toilet is validating. Toilet is confirmation. Thank you, toilet. Accept the help. Accept the help. Flush away the need to do it on your own. Get it? Okay. I'll stop. Yeah, but I'm definitely getting that message of accept the help. Like, that's kind of just playing over and over in my head, is to be generous and compassionate, but also accept the help when the time comes. When the time comes for it. I want to pull from the Woodland Wardens deck. We're going to pull from the Woodland Wardens. Decks will be linked in the description below. You can see what they're called there because my speaking is no talkie. Okay, we're great. Okay, so I'm going to pull an animal guide for this next moon cycle, just to see who we should follow through this time. Who's leading us through this moon cycle in Cancer season? Who do we need to follow to be our best selves? Who do we need to follow and listen to? Who will be bringing us messages? Who has something to say? Oh, got two friends here. Put you over there. Oh, let's just put you back over here. Okay, we have the eel and we have the salamander. What? Oh, the lizard. Just kidding. Sorry. It's like, holy, it's a lot of fire. Which a lizard is still a bit of a fire situation. So we have the eel and the lizard. Eel and the iris and the lizard and the pitcher plant. A pitcher plant is a carnivorous plant, if I remember right. We have safety and stagnation. Okay, so in our need to kind of feel like we need to do it all and our need to protect ourselves in that way, because a lot of times that's what it is. We don't want people to let us down. We don't want to be vulnerable, and that's a lot of times why. And I think that's what eel is saying, is that's why we feel we need to do it ourselves. That's why we don't want to allow our support systems to help us and our energies around us to help us, is because they can let us down. We don't want to count on them. We don't want to be vulnerable. Like, we don't want to be vulnerable that way. And I think that's what's getting in your own way, is that lack of vulnerability. So I think you need to realize that it's not unsafe to trust the universe. It's not unsafe to accept help when it's offered. At this time, I think that's something you really need to be cognizant of. Is it might feel unsafe, but it is not. The eel is saying we can follow this flow of what is going on. We can lay about in the pond and let the ecosystem happen around us as we live our life to achieve the things we want to achieve, and to accept the help from the things within our ecosystem, because I know eels live in ponds, and so that's why I'm getting that, because everyone is working together. Like I said before, life is not this solitary thing, it's a collaboration of all of us, and the pond where the eel lives and what the eel contributes is part of that collaboration in an ecosystem. So make sure you're part of the collaboration of life, that you're not a one-person universe. Like, you're not a one-man band. You're part of the world symphony, okay? You are the world's orchestra. That metaphor got weird, but like, that happens. We're fine with it, okay? And then we have lizard here with stagnation, and I think that is hand in hand with the eel, and why we got both of them, because in the not working within your ecosystem, it has paused you, it has stopped you, and that's annoying. Don't do that. Don't be that, okay? We're gonna follow the lizard to better things. We're going to follow the lizard to the sun, okay? Lizard wants to sit on the rock and bake a little and feel great and get a tan. And that's what we need to be doing. We need to be hiding. No hiding under the rock, okay? That's not where we're at right now. We're making decisions. We're letting the universe, we're accepting help. We are learning things we don't know, you know, learning the things we need to know, learning what we need to learn. And lizard is like, yes, we will go and we will sit on the rock and we will see, and we will observe, and we will be. Okay, we're not gonna hide. We're not gonna hide, because it's gonna stop us. We're not gonna do it on our own. We're gonna collaborate with everybody in the desert and with everybody in the pond, and we're all gonna be happy. And that is the message that the animals have for us this moon cycle and Cancer season. It's really all part of the collaboration. Okay, lastly, I want to pull from Voice of the Souls just for one quick lasting, hi, can we shuffle? One lasting message from these guys. It's a new deck, so it's still a little stiff, and I have tiny hands that have mobility issues, so shuffling, not always my friend. We make it, it's fine. What is one thing we need to know for this moon cycle and Cancer season? What is just the one thing we need to know? This one thing that it's about, and this one thing that we need to hang on to. I mean, I think we already know. We've gotten it, right? But what is our one takeaway and one thing we need to know? Reproach. What? Snakes in here. I love the snake energy going on here, because always new beginnings, always new things and experiences with snake. But also snake comes with a lot of fear, and I think this might be the universe is saying don't. That's the word. Don't. Okay, when you feel I can't be vulnerable, I can't accept this help, don't. You know, I can't trust this person to help me. I can't trust the energies and my guides to help me. Don't do that. Yes, you can. Okay, don't. Do what you need to do, and trust and allow the universe to help you, and allow your support system to help you. Accept the help when it is offered. Look for it. You don't need to ask. You can. Let's speed up the process. Ask for help by all means. But if you're not at that point to ask for help during this moon cycle, and you look for the opportunities where people are offering, okay? Look for the times the universe is trying to line something up for you, and start to train yourself to just say don't when you're doubting. Don't when you're feeling afraid and vulnerable. Don't do that. Don't. It's a time That's not what this time is. This time is movement, but this time is also trusting, and this time is also helpful. It's a helpful time. Collaborate. When you feel the need to do it all on your own, don't. Collaborate, okay? Collaboration, accepting help, and allowing the support systems around us to help. That is the main takeaway and the main focus for this next moon cycle and Cancer season. Make your decisions, okay? Make your decisions, know what you want, and go forward accepting the help that is offered to you. Collaborate, and when you get to feeling like you need to do it on your own, or you get to feeling vulnerable and unsafe, don't. Allow it to happen. Allow the help. Allow your dreams to come true. You have to do that, you need to give them permission to come true. You do, it is what it is, that is it. Okay, here is the reading. I hope this reading was helpful to you. If this is your first time here and you made it clear to the end of this reading, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel. My name is Kim and I do psychic readings all the time. You can also book a reading with me in the description below. I've got a couple options and they are very affordable. So if you are feeling like you need a psychic reading one-on-one just for you, link in the description below. Thank you so much for being here. Take what connects, leave the rest, and please, please remember that we're all gonna be okay.